Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's tutorial. And in today's tutorial we'll be learning how to make this beautiful 720 degree flay top with a band sleeve and also a crinoline in it. And if this is something that you would like to learn without wasting your time, let's just get right into the tutorial. So we're going to start with folding of our fabric. We're going to fold in two first, just as you see me doing, and also fold again. Now I do not have enough fabric because this is for tutorial purpose, but I'll just explain, what is actually missing, which is just the length. Like the length is actually very short because I didn't have enough fabric to work with. This is a doll face like I used in just showing this particular tutorial. So after folding in two, we're going to fold again. So after folding, you're just going to adjust. I'm just checking on both sides if maybe I can have another piece of it because I'm cutting a 360 at first. Now we're working with our bust measurement because this is a top. So our bust measurement divided by 8 because I'm going to make two flay, and whatever you get, you're just going to cut it out just as you see me doing. You are seeing how I'm keeping my tape. So we're just going to measure whatever you have. You're just going to make a circle round gradually, just as you see me doing, so we can have an even end on every side. Mind you, like this one I actually made, it's on a length of 16 inches, but after doing that you're just going to minus your band sleeve. So my band sleeve is 8.25. You're just going to minus that to get the length of your top. Now the length of your top should be around 23 inches, and then you add 2 inches to it. Now this is for tutorial purpose, so I just made mine 16 inches because I didn't have enough fabric. So plus my 2 inches, that is 18 inches. You are going to minus your band and then take the length of your top plus 2 inches. So we're just going to connect all of this together just as you see me doing, just like so. Now if you want yours to be very full, you can as well make it three flay. That is 360 plus 360 plus another 360 again. And if you're making it into three, you're also going to divide your boards like that. Mine now we divided by 8 pieces. So after doing that, we're just going to fold together just like so, and then we're going to cut out, the other part, the upper parts, which is the bust or the chest line part, which we took measurement. We're going to cut that out, and after cutting, you're just going to check if your flay is in order. And I had little excess, so I'm just going to take this out just like so. After taking this out, the next thing we're going to do, remember I was checking if I could have two flay with it. So I'm just going to place this again just as you see me doing, and then I'm just trying to press so it's going to be neat and relaxed. And all I'm going to do for the next flay is just to place this other flay on it just like so, just as you see me doing, arranging every edge together just like so. And we're just going to cut. That is all we'll be doing. Like I said, if you want yours to be as full as that of the thumbnail, you are going to make your pieces to be uh three. So you're dividing 8, so you are going to divide into 12. That is what you will do. If you're making three pieces, you're not going to divide in 8, you're going to divide 12. If you're making only one piece, you're just going to divide 4. Please don't be confused. So we're just going to cut this out. So since we have two flays, we're going to open, on one side just like so, on the two flays. Open on one side and come to this other side again and open just like so. After opening, this is what we have. So the next thing we're going to do is to join them together. Now if you have three flays as well, you're going to join all of them together to form one flay. So we're just going to stitch this together just like so. After stitching, the next thing we're going to do is to work with our crinoline. Now this crinoline I used is 3 inches, so it all depends on the width of the crinoline you want to do. And now to attach this crinoline, what we are going to do is to join on the right side. We have a wrong facing and the right facing, so we are going to use the right facing to attach the crinoline. Now, the reason why we're doing this, when we come back, I'm just going to explain that to you. So we're just going to attach that on our sewing machine carefully and gently. So after attaching, the reason why we attach on the right side is so that it can easily flip to the wrong side. If you attach to the wrong side, it becomes a struggle to flip to that wrong side. So you can see how it is. So it's going to relax properly. Now, after flipping to the wrong side, the next thing we're just going to run a stitch on it to make it sit and relax properly. So either a stitch, of about maybe exactly at the top part, or whichever way it is, don't drag more than 0.75, or whatever you want to drag 0.5 inches. That's why we added that extra 2 inches to it. So we're just going to keep it relaxed, just as you see me doing, and then run a stitch at the top gently. Don't rush it, because to a large extent it will start acting funny. So after that, the next thing we're going to do is to add our elastic band at the top. So all we're doing for I used this tiny elastic band. If you have the one of 0.75, that would work perfectly fine. So we are just going to top stitch, turn up, put the elastic in, and just turn on it, just like so, just as we're making a balloon sleeve. That is all we're doing. After doing that, you're going to take the measurement of your round chest divided by 2. So your round chest divided by 2, whatever you have, you're just going to minus either 5 on it, and then check on your upper chest, because this automatically becomes our chest line. So you can see that because mine is 16 inches, you can see how short the top is. So whatever you have, your chest measurement divided by 2 minus 5 inches, so that when you stretch, you can have exactly your chest measurement there, so it won't be too tight or too loose there. So you are just going to stitch on the end to hold it down, just like so. Now for our sleeve, I've joined a band of 4.5 inches, so I can have like 2 inches or 5 inches, depending on how wide you want your band to be. So this is what we have, and my band is 17 inches long, but I'm going to cut 18 inches because we'll automatically just stop stitching this. So we're going to close the ends, and then I'm just going to divide. Now this is for the two sleeves, so I'm just going to cut open, just as you see me doing, just like so. So it all depends on you how you want your band to be. So we're just going to take this to the top. Now my chest width is 12 inches. You can see how beautiful the top is. So my chest width is 12 inches. So at this point, all we're going to do is we're just going to measure. You can mark the midpoint, so you know what you're working with, so we can attach our band. So from the midpoint, we are just going to, you see how I dragged it, so I can be able to mark the 6 inches. I dragged it like that because by the time you wear it, it's going to expand a little bit as well. So you cannot just look for 6 and place it like that, else that way you're going to miss out on your chest, on the width of your chest. So your neck width, so I'm just going to expand. Like I said, it's 12 inches, so that's what I'm trying to mark. I am There's no one to measure that of my back, but I actually use the same. So I'm taking from the midpoint and I'm going to expand to mark 6 inches. This does not have a zipper because of the elastic, like it's free to wear through the head. So we're just going to expand. I actually wore it and it was very beautiful, but because it's short, I could not wear it on myself. So now this is the purpose of adding extra 1 inch. We're just going to put this in just like so, and then place on this marked part which we have marked, so we can easily top stitch on it. You can see what I am doing. Now you can run this directly on it if that's what you want to do, because that's actually what I did, or you can as well stitch it first before placing it on the top. So you're just going to flip to the back again, take this in, tuck it in, so that the edges will be very neat. After tucking it in carefully, the next thing we're just going, and be careful like when you are turning this in, so you don't get to do it wrongly. So we're just going to pin that. We have pinned one. You can see what the top looks like. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. You pin, and then you're going to tuck this mouth part in, so it will be neat, and then you're just going to place on that part which we have marked. So this is what we have, and then we're just going to take it to our sewing machine. You can see how our top looks like even without someone wearing it. You can see how very beautiful it looks, and we are done with this tutorial. Now mind you, I said my length is 16 inches, that's why it's looking short. You can as well make yours the length you want it to be, and you can as well make it three flays, so it's going to be as full as you want it to be. But this is what we have, and you can see how beautiful it is looking. So thank you so much. If you have stayed to the end of this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.